A Wall Street Genius's Final Investment. Chapter 7. Pierce orders a luxurious bottle of Pappy Van Winkle whiskey to subtly intimidate Instructor James. He's not just flexing his wealth, he's testing how composed James is. This calculated show of power sets the tone for their conversation. Pierce is curious about a particular recruit, Ha Si-hyun. James gives a cautiously positive assessment, pointing out Si-hyun's intense calm, sharp skills, and strong mental state. Si-hyun doesn't fit the usual mold, he's confident and unbothered, even under pressure. Pierce's infamous nickname reveals his ruthless, persistent style, never backing down from a client until he closes the deal. He's known not just for skill, but for being relentless. Pierce casually offers James courtside Knicks tickets, coded language for, "You're in if you play it right, but don't push your luck." Other recruits are approaching Si-hyun, calling him, "Sergeant." Though he responds curtly, it's clear he's starting to stand out. Even Pierce is intrigued by his cool, distant demeanor. The scene shifts to a reception where Si-hyun eyes Brent, a powerful associate in the healthcare division. Many are trying to impress Brent, but Si-hyun plays it differently. He waits silently, planning his move. When the time is right, Si-hyun drops a perfectly timed compliment, referencing Brent's involvement in a biotech IPO. His praise is targeted, informed, and believable, earning Brent's attention. Si-hyun connects further by mentioning tennis, something Brent clearly enjoys. This gives Brent a personal reason to remember him, opening the door to future interactions. But Si-hyun doesn't stop at flattery. He subtly challenges Brent with a med school-informed opinion, suggesting that in healthcare finance, medical knowledge can beat experience, especially under FDA regulation. This confidence unsettles Brent and the recruits watching. They think Si-hyun is overstepping. But Si-hyun knows something they don't. People act faster when they want to prove someone wrong, not when they're impressed. In a cutthroat world like Wall Street, showing off won't get you far, but making someone want to put you in your place. That might just be the fastest way in. Ha Si-hyun's subtle psychological tactics during his conversation with Brent catch the attention of Pierce, a high-ranking executive known as the Lich King. Unlike other newcomers who grovel to impress seniors, Si-hyun skillfully guides the conversation, using confidence and strategic flattery. Brent believes he's in control, but in reality, Si-hyun is steering the interaction, using his medical background to impress and provoke at the same time. Pierce, observing from the sidelines, quickly realizes that Si-hyun's arrogance might be intentional, designed to force Brent into recruiting him into the healthcare department. It's a dangerous move on Wall Street, where such boldness often invites backlash. But Si-hyun is counting on that. For him, getting into a top department is more important than keeping things smooth. Eventually, Brent takes the bait and extends a challenge to Si-hyun, promising he'll see the limits of theory in the real world. Si-hyun knows this is exactly the outcome he was aiming for, a transfer opportunity. Then, the unexpected happens. Pierce intervenes directly. He overheard the conversation and proposes a bet, an actual challenge between Brent and Si-hyun to prove whose approach works better, experience versus theory. The situation escalates fast, with other associates placing real money on the outcome. Pierce boldly bets $1,000 on Si-hyun, turning the challenge into a public spectacle. Si-hyun realizes he's trapped. Whether he wins or loses, there's a price. Either he embarrasses Brent and loses the chance to join his team, or he fails and proves he's not worth taking in. As the betting frenzy builds, Si-hyun is left questioning Pierce's motives. The final twist: Pierce is targeting him, but the reason remains unknown. Pierce makes a dramatic appearance at the party, shocking everyone, especially the protagonist, Sean, aka Ha Si-hyun. Sean suspects that the Excel instructor tipped off Pierce, but he can't figure out why someone as high-ranking as a managing director would personally come for someone like him. The room buzzes with chatter. Pierce is a legend at Goldman Sachs, nicknamed the Lich King for his unbeatable track record. Some employees recount how he once saved a deal solo and earned a quick promotion. There's a mix of awe and exaggeration in their stories. Sean then catches up with Liliana, who seems to have been expecting him. Using clever manipulation, he pushes her into revealing valuable information. Pierce has been recruiting talented employees lately. Despite company-wide layoffs, Pierce is untouchable due to stellar performance. There are whispers of him having deep connection, possibly managing large pension funds or university endowments worth billions. As Sean walks home to his modest apartment, he reflects on his past life of wealth, his mansion, supercars, and luxury lifestyle now reduced to a shared flat with fellow bankers. Despite the fall from grace, he forces himself to refocus. At his desk, he turns to what made him successful in his previous life, spotting winning clinical trials. He uses his 80-20 ratio system and confirms his talent is still intact when two green glowing documents appear. But just as he breathes a sigh of relief, the digital clock ticks midnight. Time of death, March 11, 2023. Remaining time, 3,468 days. Survival rate, 0%. Some kind of countdown appears, hinting at a darker, possibly supernatural twist. Meanwhile, at the party, the other newcomers are frustrated. No matter what they do, the spotlight remains on Sean. Rumors swirl about his skills, and some speculate he's just lucky. A senior dismisses Sean's chances of success, pointing out that companies don't run purely on logic or numbers, but people. He bets $500 that all of Goldman will be talking about Sean by tomorrow. The next day at Goldman Sachs, rumors are ablaze about Ha Si-hyun. His absence from the trading floor early in the morning sparks speculation that he was fired due to poor P&L profits and losses. But he suddenly appears, reeking of alcohol, causing further gossip, especially when he claims that Pierce attended the rookie welcome party. This sparks a frenzy among traders, who start betting on everything from whether Pierce remembers Si-hyun to how well Si-hyun will perform. The VP nicknamed the Senator even joins the betting game, hoping to revive his own fading influence by associating with the buzz. The rumor spreads beyond the trading floor to senior MDs, triggering a fierce competition to recruit Si-hyun. One MD manages to request him for his team just in time, hoping to uncover the rookie's value, or use him as leverage against Pierce. Meanwhile, Liliana, the HR staff managing Si-hyun, is overwhelmed by the sudden flood of staffing requests. Never before in Goldman's history has a rookie become this highly sought after. While waiting for work to start, Si-hyun reflects on the mysterious translucent screen that displays his death date, March 11, 2023, and a 0% survival rate. He tries researching the phenomenon online and discovers the idea of a death clock, which some view as a motivational tool. He sees this as a possible advantage rather than a curse. Back at the office, his friend Fuang notices the eerie emptiness of their department and grows suspicious. Si-hyun calmly uses the free time to access financial terminals and start gathering research. Soon after, staffing emails flood in, not one, but 5 assignments across multiple departments. It's an outrageous workload for a rookie, clearly influenced by Pierce's bet. Fuang becomes hostile upon seeing his rapid success. Si-hyun, however, remains composed. Instead of panicking, he sees this as a rare opportunity. If he can survive this trial by fire, he may be able to accelerate his path to success. The bet intensifies. On his first official day, Ha Si-hyun is surprised to receive 5 staffing tasks, an unusually high number. Liliana pulls him aside and confides that the HR department has been flooded with MD requests for him, forcing her to reject over 30 already. Si-hyun deduces that these requests came during weekly department meetings, meaning only high-ranking MDs could have bypassed normal procedures, Pierce's rivals, no doubt. It's clear that the competition to claim him is fierce. Liliana urges him to cancel the bet with Pierce, warning that he's being treated as entertainment and may never make it to his desired department. She worries about the increasing pressure and potential for public failure. But Si-hyun refuses. Backing out would destroy his reputation. Instead, he decides to ride the wave. He takes a moment alone to reflect, updating his personal notepad. Goal: launch a $10 billion hedge fund in 2 years. Strategy: use the bet to build a legend that spreads across Wall Street. He realizes that his unusual dynamic assignment puts him in contact with many MDs, potentially hundreds. If he impresses them, they could connect him with elite investors. Later, at his first department meeting with the industrial group, he's surprised to find over 10 people. It turns out the seniors missed the official welcome party and wanted to meet him. They bombard him with questions about Pierce and his background. Si-hyun seizes the moment to steer the narrative toward himself, claiming that his biotech stock-picking success backed by med school knowledge likely caught Pierce's attention. The group mocks his confidence, until he challenges them to a bet. As seniors begin betting money on Brent to win, Si-hyun raises the stakes dramatically by betting $5,000, his entire first paycheck, on himself. This shocks the room and forces the seniors to reconsider their own bets. The psychological play is clear, he's pushing the bet beyond mere office fun, turning it into a high-stakes legend in the making.
Until then. Thank you for listening, see you in next chapter. Please like, share and subscribe for more episodes.